Technically, anybody who wants to register a product with China Food and Drug Administration can apply. However, because of the language issues and the distance and the knowledge about the regulations, a lot of companies that do not have a China regulatory team or they're new to the Chinese market wants to use a regulatory consultants. Additional reasons for having a local agent is because every document needs to be prepared in Chinese or at least translated into Chinese when we submit. And during the review process, there are a lot of communications with the reviewers, and all this have to be done in Chinese. So is there more reason than one to have a local contact, local consultant to work with you? But that's not a must. That's for convenience and for necessity. But I have to say, very few foreign companies submit their own submissions and hopefully that they can get through. That typically does not happen. There are a lot of people confusing the sales agent and legal agent. Legal agent from CFDA perspective is the legal contact, the legal representative of the foreign manufacturer in China. In case the CFDA have any issues they want to discuss, they will contact the local agent first. But this local legal agent in the CFDA sense is not necessarily a sales agent. These two are not related. Sales agent is for pure sales only. Some foreign companies like to have their sales agent as legal agent as well. But however, everybody have to be aware that the legal agent also handle adverse event or any other negative maybe news from the local authorities, which is a concern for international companies. Do you want to have that information be disclosed to your distributors? So and also during the registration, there are a lot of sensitive technical informations get presented to CFDA. So the exposure of a foreign company in front of a local distributor is another technical concern or concern of intellectual property, IP issues. And therefore, from my experience, I highly recommend that companies have a legal agent for regulatory issues and sales agent that you have handle sales, because there's very big difference in terms of responsibilities and exposures and IP issues and all that. Every product that going into China needs to have a Chinese label and Chinese user manual, which is called IFUs. And this is a hard requirement from CFDA from many, many years ago. In 2014, when the new regulations released, this labeling regulation get revisited and the new requirements are added. In the past, the Chinese product label will have manufacturer name, address, and some of the basic information about product name and models. Nowadays, the CFDA require that product have to have either the manufacturing date or the expiration date. Because of the new requirements in the registration nowadays is we need to tell CFDA how long this product is good for, so they want the label to reflect that information. The other necessary information that CFDA would require would be some technical requirements such as power input ratings and either the product is disposable or reusable. Through my own experience, a lot of companies, international companies, are not paying enough attention to the label and Chinese IFUs. I have dealt with myself personally, companies get fined because they don't have Chinese labels. Therefore, I really want to use this opportunity to tell everybody that getting a product registration is just the beginning. You have to make the second step, which is to get all the documentation in line. Make sure all the IFU is correct and make sure the wording is correct. Make sure that the label is on the product before you ship, and do not even think about having your distributor or anyone in China to label, because that's not legal, first of all, and second of all, it will slow your importation and slow your delivery to your customer. CFDA, I think in 2015, released a new regulation which gave a special treatment to innovative product. Innovative in CFDA sense is something new, not only new in China and also new for the rest of the world, but have already demonstrated the clinical significance in patient treatment or recovery. And so CFDA will give that the kind of product a special consideration and allow you to have a faster track into the CFDA system, so the product can be going into the market much faster. But there are a lot of other details, requirements in this that the company needs to fulfill before going into this process. I have a lot of questions coming from different companies and asking, if I provide this technical document to you and you provide to CFDA, is it safe? Is CFDA not going to distribute it to any other companies in China and have my product copied? First of all, CFDA have regulation. They have written in their regulation that all documents submitted to a CFDA are strictly confidential. That's one. And two is, as a principle of approving products, CFDA's objectives always looking at product safety and effectiveness. So it's our job to provide information sufficient to reach that purpose. As far as IP issues and technical know-how, we need to be mindful about what we're submitting. But at the same time, also, we need not to be worried that much as far as the document being leaked out or anything else through CFDA. However, if anyone works with distributors, or if the distributor is also a manufacturer, there are issues that you probably want to consider, because you are sharing a lot of the technical specifications with CFDA, and through this agent or this distributor, how they're going to use that information will be up to interpretation, I guess. And this is also why the market or the regulatory field has geared into a normal market like the rest of the world. The regulatory consultants are regulatory consultants, so we do not have any other commercial or manufacturing responsibilities. And this is also why that manufacturer really needs to consider seriously about whether you want to use a distributor to register a product, or having the company that you are partner with just to carry a product through their product line to register a product, because you are opening up your book, even not to the core, but majority of the product information will be available to another third party.